So it looks like we're finally going to get what we want with AJ. The fight we've all been calling for years. The fight to decide who truly is the #2 heavyweight of this era. Anthony Joshua will be taking on the problem child Jake Paul at the start of next year. I am so pumped for this. This will be epic. And I'm not the only one excited for this. The Gypsy King himself has said he's going to bet $1 million on Jake to knock out AJ, but I think Big John might disagree with him.
Tyson says he's going to bet £1 million on Jake Paul knocking out Joshua.
This is what I'm saying. How's that work?
He can't, can he?
Anthony Joshua could knock Jake Paul out with his dick. So if it goes any other way, you know.
You give me a headline there, by the way.
If it goes any other way, you know it's fucking fixed, don't you? Enough said.
Yeah, he chats some bollocks normally, Big John, but he's bang on there. I honestly think Kelly Maloney against AJ is more competitive than Jake Paul against AJ. To be fair, Kelly would absolutely love to get knocked out by AJ's dick. But yeah, it can't happen, surely. I mean, old Nikisa sounded positive on Sky Sports yesterday, saying that they're talking about the early part of next year. Talks are ongoing, but if this happens, I really worry for Jake. And I know nobody likes him. Everyone thinks he's a knob, and he is a bit of a knob, but I don't think it's good for anybody to step in there with AJ when you're potentially Southern area, English title level. He's not British level, and he's certainly nowhere near world level. It is hard to judge him because predominantly he's faced faded UFC fighters or old boxers who are just there for a paycheck. The Mike Tyson fight was just a joke. The Chavez Jr. fight was a pile of shit as well. And he lost to Tommy Fury, who is awful. And I think if Jake rematched Tommy now, he'd beat him, but I mean, what would that prove? Would Tommy Fury even win a Central Area belt? I'm not sure. So I think for Jake, if this is a real fight, he could potentially get killed in the ring. It's as serious as that. And this fight can't happen. It is the equivalent of AJ fighting John Hedges, who is the current English Cruiserweight champion. And does AJ really want that on his conscience, being the man that killed someone in the ring when we all knew that this was going to happen? People have died in 50-50 fights before, and this is as big of a mismatch as you will ever see. I've seen people say that Jake's got a 1% chance of winning. He doesn't even have that. He's not got a puncher's chance. AJ could break both of his arms, both of his legs, and he would still knock out Jake Paul in a round. It will be an absolute joke. It'll be a circus. But the problem is the casuals will lap this up. This would sell out Wembley 10 times over. It will do unbelievable pay-per-view buys if it's on pay-per-view. I know Turkey said that he's scrapping pay-per-view, but surely this would be on some pay-per-view platform or potentially on Netflix. Wherever it's going to be aired, it's going to do ridiculous numbers and it will make insane money for all involved, and that is the problem. But what good is this money to Jake if he is in a wheelchair for the rest of his life? And sadly, that might be the best case scenario, because I do honestly think the first big right hand that lands from AJ could potentially kill Jake, and I hate to say that, and that would be such a sad thing. I mean, you don't want to see that happen to anybody, but especially when we know this is the most one-sided fight of all time. And if something did happen to Jake, does AJ really want that for his legacy? It would be safer for AJ to go in there with some dirty old woman he'd met online, and she'd probably land more than Jake. So yeah, fingers crossed this pile of wank doesn't happen. And the thought of having to wait until early next year until AJ fights, just fight someone this year. There's talk of Tony Yoka as well. I don't want to see that personally. I think Tony Yoka is awful. Martin Bakoli and Carlos Takam beat Tony Yoka. But anyone but Jake Paul, please, we will learn nothing from this. I want to see AJ fight real fighters. I want to see Jake Paul preferably fight no one. But if you're going to fight anyone, rematch Tommy Fury, fight KSI, fight Darren Till, stay in your lane. No problem at all with that. But if this fight does happen, it will end badly and it will end tragically, and it will be so bad. I think everyone involved should be sued. And it is just so sad that even in the era of Turkey and all this Saudi money, we still can't get the one fight we want for AJ, which is of course the Fury fight, which hasn't happened yet, which is just an absolute disgrace. But yeah, unfortunately, it probably is going to be Jake Paul next for AJ. We've just got to hope both fighters come out the fight safely. I mean, it's safe to say I think AJ might come out the fight safely. Anyway, let's see what happens. I hope you've all enjoyed this video anyway. Guys, have a great weekend, and I will see you all on the next one.